Welcome to Manchester United news. Manchester United to face Crystal Palace at home in Carabao Cup third round. Manchester United will begin their Carabao Cup defence with a home tie against Crystal Palace, with the fixture to be played in the week commencing September 25. United are the current League Cup holders, having defeated Newcastle 2-0 in February's final at Wembley. It was a significant triumph for United as it brought the club's 6.5-year silverware drought to an end. It also saw new boss Erik Ten Hag guide his new side to trophy at the earliest opportunity. United would go on to reach the FA Cup final, where they were beaten by neighbours Manchester City, but did secure a return to Champions League football via their final league position beforehand. The manager will no doubt be eager to get his hands on the cup again, and United will begin their campaign in the third round. United were granted a bye to round 3 due to their participation in Europe's top competition. In a twist to the Amrabat transfer, it has been reported that Manchester United fail with desperate £1.7 million Sofyan Amrabat transfer bid. Manchester United have seen an initial bid to sign Sofyan Amrabat on loan rebuffed by Fiorentina just over 48 hours before the transfer deadline. The Red Devils have been linked with the Morocco international all summer, but have spent the majority of the transfer window strengthening other areas of Erik Ten Hag's squad, and talks over a deal for Amrabat have now finally taken place. Unfortunately for United, their attempts to land the 27-year-old on a financially favourable deal have not gone down well with Fiorentina. It is widely reported that Manchester United offered the Serie A outfit a €2 million loan fee, which would payable in 2 instalments. However, the Red Devils also wanted a January break clause included in any deal, which would kick in before the payment of the second instalment, meaning Fiorentina could have received just €1 million for Amrabat's services. Unsurprisingly, the proposal was rejected out of hand by Fiorentina, although talks between the two clubs are continuing. The Italian outfit value Amrabat at €35 million and would prefer a sale, but are also open to a loan with an obligation. Time is running out for both sides to reach an agreement, with Ten Hag still desperate for further reinforcements ahead of Friday night. Amrabat has been training away from the Fiorentina first team in recent days and was also left out of the team which will play Rapid Vienna in the first leg of a Europe Conference League playoff. Earlier reports this week in Italy claimed that Manchester United had promised to firm up their interest in the playmaker. It was expected that the club would bide their time in a bid to strike a cheaper deal. Fiorentina chief executive Giuseppe Barone made it clear earlier this month that the club would not stand in Amrabat's way if a suitable proposal was tabled for his services. In another development, what does Manchester United left-back search means for Alvaro Fernandez? Alvaro Fernandez is still expected to leave Manchester United on loan in the final week of the summer window, despite being the only available natural left-back at the club. The Spaniard was on the bench for the 3-2 win against Nottingham Forest at the weekend, but is the subject of interest for a loan or permanent transfer. Erik Ten Hag opted to select Diogo Dalot in the left-back role, with Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia both currently sidelined through injury. It's being reported that despite an ongoing defensive crisis, Fernandez is still currently set to leave the club, though it could depend on United's ability to recruit a replacement. La Liga side Granada are still in talks over a loan deal, and that could still go through as long as United bring in another left-back this week. United sources say there has been significant interest in Fernandez all summer, but Burnley, who themselves showed interest, expect the Spaniard to go to Granada. United signed Fernandez from Real Madrid's academy in 2020. In transfer news, Manchester United accept Donny van de Beek loan bid from Lorient. Manchester United have reportedly accepted loan offer from Lorient for Donny van de Beek. The Dutch international is expected to decide his future ahead of Friday's transfer deadline. Lorient have reached an agreement with Man United over a season-long loan for Van de Beek, according to reports. The French club are now seeking to convince the midfielder to join, but face competition from several clubs for his signature. Van de Beek has been linked with a return to his former club Ajax, where he starred before joining United for £35 million 3 years ago. During his time at Ajax, Van de Beek made 175 appearances and scored 41 goals. He won the Eredivisie and Dutch Cup in the 2018-19 campaign and was also part of the side that reached the final of the Europa League in 2017, when Ajax lost to United. Lorient's pursuit may be boosted by their promising start to the League One season. Regis Lebris's side are unbeaten after the opening 3 matches of the campaign, recording 1 win and 2 draws. Manchester United had been hoping to sell Van de Beek, with the midfielder having been in talks with La Liga outfit Real Sociedad earlier in the transfer window. Van de Beek has played 60 times for United in total but has made just 6 starts in the Premier League. He also played 7 times on loan at Everton during the 2021-22 season. Van de Beek has not featured in United's matchday squad for their opening 3 matches of the Premier League season. In other transfer news, Manchester United set to complete incoming and outgoing transfers. Dean Henderson has completed his transfer from Manchester United to Crystal Palace. Henderson, 26, has joined Palace for £20 million plus add-ons, with only an announcement confirming the deal to come. United are also expected to confirm the €5 million, £4.3 million, arrival of goalie Altay Bayindir from Fenerbahce in due course. Henderson joined the United Academy at the age of 14 in 2011 and he enjoyed progressive loan spells at Stockport County, Grimsby Town, Shrewsbury Town and Sheffield United before making his United debut in September 2020. Former manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's decision to renege on a pledge to install Henderson as United's number 1 effectively signalled the beginning of the end for the England international at Old Trafford, despite David De Gea's departure this summer. Henderson played 29 times for United, with 26 of the appearances coming in the 2020-21 season when he was briefly the first-choice Premier League keeper. Bayindir, 25, has played for Turkey 5 times and is set to become the first Turkish player to sign for United. Furthermore, on transfers, Manchester United problems summed up by Sir Alex Ferguson's right-hand man. Rene Meulenstein has urged Manchester United to sign another central midfielder before Friday's transfer deadline. Erik ten Hag's side have made an indifferent start to the new Premier League season. They narrowly defeated relegation candidates Wolves and Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford but suffered a humbling 2-0 loss at Tottenham in their one and only away trip. The Red Devils have spent big this summer to sign Andre Onana, Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund, but Meulenstein believes Ten Hag needs to give Casemiro more support in central midfield. Meulenstein, who was one of Sir Alex Ferguson's coaches at United, has offered his opinion during an interview with the Belfast Telegraph. He said, "The biggest problem that United have to solve at the moment is the legs in midfield, the balance in midfield. We're only just started but against Wolves and against Tottenham, it became quite evident that although Casemiro is a very good player and is a very experienced player, has he got the legs to be a single number 6 in the Premier League? No, he hasn't. He needs support there. If that doesn't get addressed, opposition teams will capitalize on it." United thought they had solved their midfield dilemma by signing Casemiro, a 5-time Champions League winner, from Real Madrid in a £70 million deal a year ago. The 31-year-old was superb last season. Still on transfers, Manchester United to make Johnny Evans' decision after extent of Raphael Varane injury realised. Manchester United are expected to re-sign Johnny Evans on a 1-year deal after Raphael Varane suffered a fresh injury blow. Varane, who suffered several setbacks since joining United from Real Madrid 2 years ago, will miss Sunday's game against Arsenal after picking up a new injury against Nottingham Forest last Saturday. He is expected to be out for a few weeks. Evans, 35, is a free agent after leaving Leicester in June following their relegation from the Premier League. He rejoined United on a short-term deal earlier this summer to play on United's pre-season tour, with a full 1-year contract close to being signed. Evans, who started his career at Old Trafford, has made nearly 600 first-team appearances for club and country during his career. He's won 11 trophies during his career, including 3 Premier League titles with United and the 2021 FA Cup with Leicester. United are expected to announce the signing of Evans in very soon, although they are in no rush to get the deal completed due to the player being a free agent. The Northern Ireland international is fit and raring to go after completing a full preseason. United provided an update on Varane's injury on Wednesday morning. It's unclear exactly what problem the Frenchman has picked up, but his employers have confirmed it will keep him out for a few weeks, once the international break has been and gone. Although Varane's injury is only minor, his fitness record shows United can't rely on him. Varane played just 46 Premier League games during his first 2 seasons at Old Trafford. He's also now on the wrong side of 30 after celebrating his birthday in April. United do have other centre-backs at their disposal, such Lisandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Yet Martinez is a left-sided defender, meaning Lindelof and Maguire are currently the only two players who can come in for Varane. The latter of those two, Maguire, could leave Old Trafford before Friday's transfer deadline. He's struggled for minutes since Erik ten Hag was appointed last summer, with the Dutch coach stripping the England international of the captaincy in July. Legendary United boss Sir Alex Ferguson is a big fan of Evans and would welcome his return to the United squad. As would Ferguson's former assistant René Meulensteen, who's urged ten Hag to complete the signing in an interview with the Belfast Telegraph. "I think it's a really good idea," said Meulensteen. "Erik must have seen something in him during preseason to say, 'Hold on a minute, at least I've got someone who I can fall back on, if needs be.' He is a well-experienced player now. He knows what it is like to play for Manchester United. Whether he is going to get a lot of minutes, I don't know, but he will definitely be an important influence in and around the club and on the training ground." In other news, Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford wins PFA award. Marcus Rashford has been named the Professional Footballers Association, PFA, Premier League Fans Player of the Year. The attacker had the best goal-scoring season of his career last term, netting 30 times across all competitions. He became the first United player to reach the 30-goal mark since Robin van Persie a decade ago. However, despite his accolade, Rashford did not feature in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year. In fact, no United players made the cut. Rashford scored against the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal and Barcelona last season in what was a U-turn campaign following his poor 2021-22 showing. He scored against Newcastle in the League Cup final after bagging 3 goals for England at the World Cup. The 25-year-old was named United's Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year for his efforts as the Reds secured Champions League qualification in Erik ten Hag's maiden season in charge. "Before last season, I always said let's get to 20, for a winger, a good benchmark, but I've hit 30 so we have to try and push it now and go above and beyond," Rashford told Gary Neville earlier this month ahead of the 2023-24 campaign. "Towards the end of the season, I was struggling with a few injuries, and I probably wasn't quite at it. That's when the goals started to dry up a little bit. If I can keep that side of it under taps, I feel like I can go on and get 35 or 40. Rashford is yet to score after 3 United games so far this season. However, he had been playing in a central role early on instead of his favored position on the left wing. With Anthony Martial now back fit and Rasmus Højlund recovering from a back problem, the England international should be able to concentrate on getting back to his best on the left wing. Fans, do you think it's wise to loan out Alvaro Fernandez, being that he is the only available natural left back at the club presently? Leave your comments below in the comments section. Till next time, thank you for watching.